Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and just in time for the new school year to begin, I am sharing with you today back to school Feng Shui tips. So these are things that you can do to help set your kids up for success using Feng Shui principles, okay? So Feng Shui can really help your kids be successful students. And I also have a blog. I'm going to put a link to that below that has a little bit more information about this as well. So a couple of things that I want to talk about, actually 4 different aspects that I want to talk about with you today, and things that impact children. So in Feng Shui, windows represent the voice of children. So you want to make sure before the school year begins that all of your windows are in good repair. So if there are any panes that are broken, if you have maybe broken seals where you'll see kind of like a fogginess in between the window, that is something that is going to fog your children's voice, right? You want to make sure your windows are able to open fully, and you know that they're clean is always a good thing too. And I recognize that it's not always easy to keep them clean, but I typically remember in Minnesota, I used to do it a couple times a year, right? Do the window cleaning. So it would be a great time to have your windows cleaned before the school year starts, to again have that fresh energy and a clear, clean voice for your children. So repair any broken windows, obviously, and any screens as well, making sure that there's no holes in the screens and that the windows open easily and also can close easily as well. The second area that I want to talk about is beds. So having support or feeling supported is really important for children. And the way that we do that for children is the same way that we do that for adults, at least one of the main ways. There's lots of different ways in Feng Shui that we can create a supportive environment, right? But this is going to be one simple tip that I'm going to share with you. Having a solid headboard. So your children should have a solid headboard and footboard, if possible, to feel supported in their life and at school. So if you don't have a solid headboard, or your child doesn't have a solid headboard, you can actually create one. You can create one with paint. So you can actually paint a square on the wall that is a different color, obviously, than the rest of the wall. You could have your child hang a team banner or some sort of cloth or scarf or something like that behind the headboard, behind the bed where the headboard would be, because that's going to create sort of that solid headboard. The other thing is, if you have a child that has a slatted headboard, so there's like slats, that is kind of a cutting energy, it is a cutting energy for your children. So it can actually cause not only lack of support, but health issues for your children. So you can weave material between the slats, or again, you could place something behind it to make sure that it appears that it is solid. And I do also have another video I did all about kids' bedrooms, and I'll put a link to that in the comments below as well. The other thing that I like to look at so this is the third thing, is looking at the desk and bed positions for your children. So as a Feng Shui practitioner, I can definitely help you determine the best location for the bed. It does sometimes depend on, it can shift, or there may need to be adjustments depending on when they were born. And this is each one of us has challenging and positive directions. So it's a little bit more complicated than I'm sharing here. But one simple thing is for them to be in command, meaning their bed is the farthest from the door to their bedroom and facing the door. So they can see the door, their feet aren't like going out the door, that type of thing, but they can see the door, right? So that is something that we recommend. And same thing with desks. We want them to be able to see the door to the room when they were sitting at their desk. And I know that's not always possible, so you can actually put a small mirror for them to be able to see the door behind them if they are, in fact, facing a wall. The fourth and last area that I want to share with you related to Feng Shui for children and setting them up for success in the new school year is about improving sleep. So we know that sleep makes a big difference in success, not only in children, but also in adults. So we want to remove electronics from the bedroom. We don't want to have TVs in the bedroom. The bedroom is to be for only rest and relaxation for children, right? Although it is their entire world. So they may have toys in the space as well. Anything that you can do to like put toys in closets or put them in containers is helpful. But then also removing electronics is one thing. Removing things from under the bed can help children sleep better as well. And then also take a look at what they're sleeping on. Do they have like action figures on their sheets? Because if they're not sleeping well, solid sheets are going to be a better for them to actually calm the energy down for them. So those are some really quick tips that I have for you to share with you around creating an environment that leads to more success in school for your children. I'll put links below to more information. And of course, I'm always available for Feng Shui consultations for you and your children, and can help in a lot more detail setting both of you up for success in your home and in your life. So much love and aloha.